Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Hey, this is Spiffy Vengeance, and I'm reporting for the Heikadelic Show. In behind me, you can see the War of the Worlds going on as we speak. It's amazing. It's a light show. It's over the Pickering Darlington nuke plant, but we're not sure what's going on. We think it's aliens, because if you watch, we've been watching this for almost an hour now, and the light show is incredible. What we thought was just a storm appears to be possibly alien invading the Durham region. This is Stiffy Vengeance, and I am going to try and stay awake and watch the show behind me, and hopefully I won't get probed. See you on the Heikadelic Show Monday night.
Good evening, everyone. In our quest to find out who are they, we've unraveled some clues, but not answers. I mean, this is getting seriously ridiculous. We understand that there will be a major event in August, and we anticipate that it will either be aliens, reptiles, or ancient humans. That's according to many of the guests that we've had on recently. But hey, the search continues. So join us during our show while we keep the question out there. Who are they? Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Oh my God! Everybody's still alive.
Hey,
You guys are all alive. You're here.
are you there? I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm not here yet.
Holy crap!
No, I've been cloned. This isn't really me.
This is not really you.
Okay, so welcome, but still, hey, nothing happened that we know of, right?
That we know of.
That's right.
That we know
Yeah.
of. We are all in our little bubbles, in our little
Yes.
areas of the world. Richard, have you heard of anything? Is there anything happening? Like, man, this is kind of crazy. Anyways, who was our first
Yeah.
today?
I was surprised because yesterday was supposed to be the big day, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Hi, Mel,
and
Joe.
there was supposed to be a bunch of stuff leading up to it, but we have a guest
the
tonight
second.
to kind of debrief on some of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Adrian's
and what
coming
time is she
on.
coming in, Derek?
I'm not quite sure.
We will wait and see.
We hope. We
shall
always
wait.
hope, a little bit later.
Yeah. So you guys do anything?
Okay, well, for now, before we get things started, I think George got to play a little tune for us to get things going here.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Right? Everybody grab a drink, and
Oh,
we're going to have a toast.
You want to see how bright I am?
Oh, there it is.
How bright are you? Oh,
I
yeah.
do really do this. I do really pour my ginger ale into water.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I pour this into ginger ale.
Oh.
La, la, la.
So I'm supposed to
Cheers.
do a gig this weekend, Derek.
You're supposed to do a gig this weekend?
Yeah.
I'm doing a gig this weekend.
It's a private thing, and I don't know anything about it. As far as
Really?
details, I know it's up Durham 20 somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Durham 20 somewhere.
Yeah,
I
So
have
is
no
it just
idea where
like,
Door 20 is.
no, it's a little I guess a
Like a-
little private
little-
festival thingy.
backyard shindig.
I think so. I think there's a
Yeah.
few bands playing, so
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I don't really know much about it.
So
Okay.
is your band playing? Or
No, not MCM. This is another band that when I was kind of trying to figure out my life, I was kind of rehearsing with a couple of bands.
okay, yeah, right.
The one in down by Hamilton where all the guys are just, that didn't work out. And honestly, like I don't know, the more songs we picked, the more good guys, but it just
Just
in the travel
didn't quite work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hamilton's
I
quite
don't
the
think
distance.
we were gelling.
I've always
That's
had
like a
been-
long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It is. You only get together for practice, and it's not for like I used to do quite long drives too, and it sucks. It does suck.
How far is it then for you?
Hey, Ringo.
What, for me?
Yeah. How
Oh
far?
no, the band that I'm in, the cover band. is
No.
with
But how
the-
far? How far was it to Hamilton? Well, for you, almost
Well,
an
like,
hour there, right?
We would rehearse downtown, but it was the middle of winter and it was just shitty. And I broke my shoulder, and the drummer had to go in for some kind of procedure. So we never really we had some continuity for a short time, right?
Mhm.
So, but I mean, this group. And I think we're calling ourselves the Jam Pilots,
There
All
you
right.
go.
because it is a cover, right? So, looking
Cool.
forward to that. I'll let you
All
know
right.
if it happens.
Yeah. Let us know where it is so we can crash it.
For sure.
Was that Saturday? He said.
Probably it is this Saturday, but I'm probably going to bring my military truck to. Maybe if I end up staying overnight.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
Good
Maybe
idea.
if he needs an escape.
Pretty much, yeah. So, what did you guys do on the weekend? Actually, I wasn't out knocking off mailboxes, but
No, you didn't take it anymore?
No.
no.
No?
You know what? That used to be popular up north in cow tipping. So,
Yeah.
Cow tipping. Okay. First of all, cow tipping, very rare if it ever happens.
oh yeah, no, they're sturdy as hell, but it's been tried, right?
Well,
you just
and
end
they
up
wake up.
smacking into the cow. And
But if a cow falls on its side, that's 1,500 pounds. It breaks, right?
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
break it breaks its ribs if it falls.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
I mean, I never tipped any cows.
We heard about that, and we decided that we were going to go golf cart tipping. In the old trailer park we had. There's one security guard. The stupid ass. He never walked the park. He'd ride around at night in his golf cart.
Yeah.
So everybody could hear him coming, right?
Well,
So
that's the whole
everybody
point
turned
of it.
shit down. Yeah, you see the lights, and I go, it's retarded.
Yeah.
So we waited for him one day late at night. We all hid in the bushes. When he came around the corner, we jumped out and pushed him right over on his side. Golf cart tipping. Yeah. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, well, I was up in Bob Cajun on Saturday
Yep.
doing a gig.
Oh, how'd that go?
At the
It's
Blue
good.
Top Villa?
Pardon?
At the Blue Top Villa?
No, it was the Birch Cove campgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't a long drive. It's about 80, just under 90 clicks one way, but it's dark.
Yeah.
Once you it's all
Yeah, once you get-
115 and
Once you get up, oh yeah, you get on
I
36.
mean, I used to be really used to it, but it just seemed really dark because I used to do it all the time when I lived in Peterborough. Right? I was always driving around in.
Well, this was a
sunlit
good
roads.
weekend for it, though. You had the full moon and
Yeah,
everything, right?
yeah. I think the full moon
Yeah.
was on Thursday, wasn't it, or Friday? I can't
It was
remember.
Friday.
Was it Friday?
Yeah.
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 And then this Saturday, I'm in Toronto in a parking lot of a condo building that's celebrating 60 years.
Nice.
Wow,
know?
in a parking lot. Nice.
Yeah. It's a day thing, like a day.
Here's
into
Mabel.
evening.
She's been smoking in the same apartment since.
hopefully, the only thing with outdoor stuff is the weather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, weather the weather.
But I tell you, something else happened to me last week, other than becoming a year older.
So I don't know if I should talk about this, but I'm going to.
A year older.
A year older than I was last week. Yeah.
Maybe I won't name names, but my favorite, let's say, auto store, auto department store.
Yeah.
I was disappointed today. I spent.
Can I just say Can I just show this before you? Right, this arrived actually on my birthday. Funnily enough,
Really?
it's from the UK.
Wow, they still remember where you live?
And it's actually from Buckingham Palace,
Whoa.
London S1WA.
Are you getting your spy papers?
And there you go.
Oh, look at Nona with her kerchief.
A nice little message from the Queen from a Platinum Jubilee.
What's that?
Well, you're not 100 years old yet, are you?
I know. Yeah, no, I've got 30 years to go to that, but it was just ironic.
So,
it came on my birthday. I thought, holy shit, has it been a clerical error?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but it was a thank you for. I sent some best wishes for it because, like, as a kid, I used to love listening to the national anthem, and then I ended up playing it at sports stadiums and things like little memories. They're opened down, and I did a 2-page letter back in whenever, and got that reply. So that's pretty cool. But I wish her all the best for the Platinum Jubilee and all that.
George, seeing that this happened a long time ago, was your backside any different?
When?
Oh, see how I tried sneaking that in there?
Oh, wait,
wow,
Okay, folks, it's time for George's backside, my favorite part of the show. So sit back and have a look at his backside, and you can catch George out in the clubs, DJing, that's right, flipping those discs, and whatever else he does. But hey, right now, I just want you to focus on his backside and come up with some answers.
Hey, spinning in the clubs. Hey, listen,
Yeah, try it.
They've not only moved the close to the exit door. I'm in a car park and a parking lot now.
So is
Parking lot.
Never mind.
Is Her Majesty going to be looking at your backside tonight too?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she's going to tune in. All right.
Hey, wait a second. Okay, is it? I'm gonna have one of two guesses. Is before you even pull it out.
Right.
Is it Queen?
Is it Queen?
Yes.
Well, maybe that was a red herring. Right. Right. Was it the Queen?
If it's not Queen, I have one other guess.
All right. Well, hang on. Oh no, it's not. But it's not Queen anyway.
You got to get your buttons all straightened out.
Oh, hang on. It's always like this. Hang on. Here we go. There you go. It wasn't Queen.
Okay, is it the Who?
Is it the Who? We've not even looked at it yet.
I just figured it was going to be one of those two because of with the envelope and everything. And
oh, right. No, I thought that'd be too easy. I thought of that actually, and then I thought,
and it says the Who behind George's head.
Yes, well, that was it.
It's subliminal suggestion.
Yeah.
Just so I can press the buzzer. But I checked, and this week, remember last week, Kathy read the name of the band on the back of the album. So this week, I made sure there's no clues like that.
All right.
Here it is.
Oh. Okay.
That's 80s.
84.
Yeah.
84. Derek's just noting the titles now. He's it's just typed in a title.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I think I know what it is.
All right, I'm going to red card you.
Okay, I'm not. Yeah,
I'm sending you off.
Yeah. No.
You red carded. That's it. An early shower for you tonight.
Oh no, you want to know something?
What? That's a
No,
question.
no, I screwed it up.
Okay.
Of course.
No, yeah. So
I thought you'd
Hey, where'd Ringo go?
no,
I think next week it shouldn't be downstairs Derek, should be dishonest Derek.
I'm trying to take
Wow.
it right now. Ringo, would you put that Steve Miller we got here?
Who said that?
Richard,
Richard, that's a long shot there, Richard. Because that was Steve Miller was last week, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Richard.
Richard, well done.
Nice
First
job,
time winner.
Richard.
Richard is a first-time winner, right?
Yeah, I think that's
I think so.
first time for Richard. Yeah.
Well, you're all right, Rich. I haven't forgotten you. There's your album. It's still here.
Yeah.
Still waiting for you. When we get out and about in the same spot.
So
Yeah, well done,
let
Richard.
me tell you this little story. So when I was playing a couple weeks ago, at
What were
the
you playing?
I was playing the
Oh, okay.
drums, of course. I was playing at Mel's party at the band Shack Field Bash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And anyways, I cannot say enough about this girl who was singing. The band is something spell. Mel, what is it? You know, with Jason and Crystal.
Thank you, Captain.
From Montreal. These guys, though, man, they like go around and busk and they play, right? And
Yeah.
Smoke Spell, that's it.
Smoke spell.
Smoke Spell. The voice on this, the singer is just rough. You know what I mean? But awesome rough. You know what I mean? She can sing and she can, it is amazing. And
is that the chick that was singing around the campfire?
yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that video to go, holy crap, who is that?
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
Smoke Spell is the name of their band. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like the musicianship, the control, you know what I mean? Like, because she could sing, make it just real nice, but then and she just pulls out this, and she could just do it song after song after song, and it's like, holy shit, how doesn't that kill you, right?
No kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, this is it was kind of neat.
I guess so. You run into all kinds of cool people when you go to group things like that with lots of bands playing.
Yeah, man.
Right on.
And if you don't know, now you know.
On the Heikadelic show, it's a place to go.
Yeah.
Be in the know. Yeah.
We got to get some beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was trying to get feelers out too. I found out too late because otherwise I would have gone to the open mic thing on Friday. But the Sunflower Farm is having an open mic this Wednesday.
Yeah, for Ukrainian?
It's a Ukrainian fundraiser,
Right.
Sing for the Ukraine. If you go online to thesunflowerfarm.ca, they have an events page there too, a link you can click on. It takes you right to it, and they're having it's an all-day affair, 9 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. And the open mic starts at 2 p.m. So from 2 till 8:30, it's all open mic, and they're inviting
6
people to
hours.
come.
Wow.
Yeah, they're inviting people to come. So I was trying to get hold of the group there in Vroomington, right?
Yeah, no, I sent them a message.
Oh, did you? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. If any of them want to come out, all types of music is welcome. They just want to have a nice turnout. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right on.
I will be there.
Yeah. Well, Wednesday's usually game night for me.
Uh-huh.
So I can't promise I'll be there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, yep.
We'll see what happens. And if anybody else can make it out, this Wednesday night, come on out to the Sunflower Farm in Beaverton. It's open mic night. Bring your gear and play some tunes.
Well, and what's the address of that?
That's I can't see it right now. It's on my phone. That's all on that link. I sent the link to you guys. I was hoping Ringo could put it up. But just go to the webpage, thesunflowerfarm.ca.
No, okay.
It has the address and everything right there. It's got a big picture of a microphone and.
I just thought because it was your neighbor, you might know the address, like what road it's on.
It's a weird number, but it's on Side Road 17.
There you go, Side Road
it's
17.
Right on the corner of Highway 48 and Side Road 17.
Go. All right.
How's that?
There you go. Perfect. 48 and 17.
That's as much as I know.
Yep, that's great. Because there are quite a few sunflower farms out there now.
It's funny. They've all popped up, and she did trails through there, like you can go on the pathways. Cool. Now you see it. You see that everywhere now. It's funny.
Yeah. George's got a sunflower. It's gonna dry it out, get the seeds.
No, it's what's it one? It's
plastic.
Fabric.
Right.
I always have it here.
Water.
Yeah. Like the old sunflowers.
But the one here in Beaverton, it's the original. Yeah.
Speaking of originals, Wild Wing, that originally started in Sunderland. Yeah. It's your Wild Wing, yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it originally went in Sunderland, and now it's out by whatever Cannington, I guess that is, by the railroad tracks.
Hey, Eric. That's a good one. Affe springt from Ast zu Ast. It means the monkey jumps from branch to branch.
Okay. Is that a bit like the chicken cross the road? I don't know.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. The original Kid Rock. Rip.
Yeah. What's he called? Keith Correa. Yeah. He used to bump into, when I used to go around the record labels and some of the gigs that I used to go to, he was always around. I used to bump into him all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
The original Kid Rock.
Yeah. Photographer. Yeah. I think he was a posted by day, wasn't he? I think. Yeah. Or he was at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm going back to like the 80s through the 90s.
You know what I was doing in the 80s?
Jesus, George, how old are you?
Learning how to roll joints for the 90s.
I'm 3 score plus 10, as somebody told me.
Yeah? Wow.
Yeah. Don't feel a day over 69. Well, maybe about.
That's 40. Awesome.
All depends on what day it is.
That was true. You talk about the 80s.
Yeah.
And it actually means something, because in the 80s, all the amazing rock bands were live and music was huge and records it was just a different time, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it was kind of the post. I thought so. Yeah.
The 90s was the end of that.
Yeah.
The
90s was the last of rock and roll. And
there's something I heard about that the last real proper vinyl album was Appetite for Destruction. After that, there was nothing like that.
So
there's a vinyl album. Something like somebody years ago told me that.
Yeah.
87, I think, was it? 87?
86, 87, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I remember hearing a demo for that in like 84. A buddy of mine showed me. He's like, check this out. And it was like, Welcome to the Jungle. And it was a demo.
Oh, wow, really?
And then literally, it was 2 years later, we heard it on the radio. And it was like, fuck, that's that song.
Yeah.
Because they were around for a while, weren't they, before they really broke huge?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were called something. It's called something.
Well, they had Tracy Guns first, right?
Right. Yeah.
I believe that's how it went.
Yeah.
I know is that album, to me, Appetite for Destruction, when it came out, was the perfect album that I personally needed in my life to show me that music isn't as snobby and all Eddie Van Halen-ish as I need. It can be a bunch of guys partying, because at the time everybody partied. That was still when you got brought up with cigarettes and beer, because that's what your parents were doing while you were being, conceived.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You still have it? Do you still have your original vinyl?
Do I know?
No, I think I've got it here somewhere.
I
might still have my copy too.
I would have been in tape era. I collected tape.
Cassette. Yeah. Columbia House.
No.
Okay.
You want to know what I did is I went. Oh, I can't remember how old I was. 14 or 15. I went to the States with my parents, right?
Right.
And all the money I'd saved from like doing hay and cutting grass and shit like that, I bought albums.
Right.
That's all I did. So I would go like. We had a Radio Shack in Uxbridge, so I go in there, and on Tuesday was new release day, right?
Yeah.
So I used to go in on the Tuesday and try and get it, or go to the States. And I bought literally when I went to the States, I bought like 3 of those brown, those brown cases.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I bought 3 of those filled.
Wow.
And
shit.
Yeah, man, it was all like bootlegs and stuff, right? Stuff
Yeah.
normal people wouldn't want, but I did because it was like Metallica at somebody's basement. You know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah, we used to go Boxing Day downtown Toronto to Sam the Record Man,
right next to
Sunrise Records, A&A.
Oh man!
And that's when they had all their albums on sale, and they were on sale. I still remember. I have price tag still on some. $1.99. Right, $2.99, and they had to double and triple bag my bags because I bought so many freaking albums. I had to get people to help me carry them back to the car. It was ridiculous. But that's when I got them. You go down there, you buy 20, 30 albums.
Wow, it's like
it was awesome.
Aladdin's Cave, wasn't it? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
See, I went the first time I ever went to Sam. I was actually the first time I came to Canada just on a holiday, on a vacation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like I went down. I didn't know what Sam the Record Man was, and like my sister-in-law said,
go to Sam's.
We'll leave you there for the day. You'll love it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I went in and I bought literally because they were so much less. They were less expensive than the equivalent albums in the UK. Because like an album in the UK was about £5-6. £5-6.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You came here and you buy albums for like $3.99 Canadian dollars. I couldn't believe it. And I actually bought a pile like that. It was huge.
That's right. That was my Boxing Day pile every year, man. It was crazy.
Well, when we went back to the airport, I had to put them in my suitcase in the middle, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think I've mentioned this before, but it went through the check thing, and the guy was running it back and forth and shouts somebody over. And they're all looking at the screen like that. I'm going, what's going on here? And they said to me, have you got something like large and cylindrical in your case? Because we can't see through it. And I said, there's about 40 albums I got from Sam the Record Man there. They went, oh, okay, that's what it is. Yeah. And they said, okay.
Now that be opened. And...
What the hell is that?
Yeah, they're like, what's that? Because it couldn't see.
So were they brittle albums? Were they the thin ones? The thin vinyl?
Not really. No, they were like the bendy. This would be the 1980s. So yeah,
I was gonna say 80s. Isn't that when they started thinning out and cheaping? Early 80s. They started.
Cheaping. Well, there were so many. There were so many. Like they weren't going to bend.
Yeah, they're not going to bend. Yeah.
No, but I know what you're saying. Albums used to be able to hold it by the lip, and then later, all of a sudden, you go, "Holy shit, they're thin!" Right?
Yeah.
They cheaped out on the vinyl because they're trying to cut corners, right?
Yeah.
Cut costs.
And then. Those broke easy.
Yeah, but that was here in North America. I mean, if you got the equivalent album of, like, say, I don't know, Queen, say at the time, whatever, you would see a difference in the vinyl. The UK copy was definitely thicker. Hey,
I just want to address. We had a Sandra. Hi, Sandra. First of all.
Where is Ringo?
We didn't even realize Ringo wasn't here.
No, I said that earlier. I said we lost Ringo.
Oh! I thought he was still here.
Well, he started to tell a story about his favorite auto shop, and I think I interrupted him.
Well, it's It's
pissed
10
him off.
o'clock,
Way to
so I hope
go.
Ringo's around, and I hope our guest is in the green room so we can get the show on the road here.
Well, I can tell you if our guest is right now is not online.
Some bizarre.
So,
yeah, I can. That's what I can tell you right now.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Oh, there it is. Ringo, your favorite auto store.
Ringo, everybody was freaking out. They go, where's Ringo? The aliens must have got him. Holy shit, it happened.
Yeah.
Maybe Ringo is them.
He's been replaced. He was taken and now he's been replaced by a clone.
Never thought of that one.
Yeah, our guest is not in the green room. So, you know what?
Where's Keisha?
You want Keisha to go in the green room? Here, Keisha.
Yeah.
If you're online, Keisha, I'm going to send you a link.
I don't see Keisha.
Oh, the arcades. Yeah, of course. The arcades on Young Street. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Eric, you want to come on?
Eric, come on.
Send us a message. We'll put you on because our guest hasn't made it yet.
Let's reminisce about the good times.
Yeah, you can tell us all about your happy times way back when going down Young Street in TO.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God! This when you put in Keisha, you get like Keisha Divine and.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she's got a lot of different handles.
No, there's just a lot of different Keishas in here. It's because I started looking in messages, and it's like I don't have a message with Keisha, so.
He's invited me to join, and he's missing in action. Who's that?
So Keisha or Eric, if you guys want to come on, send us a message. Message. Say, yes, I want to come on.
Who's missing in action, according to Sandra?
We'll send you a link.
Hey, Sandra, you want to come on?
Yeah, Sandra, come on.
Yeah, or Sandra. How about Ringo? Oh, yeah, Ringo is back on. Oh, good. I was going to say, how about we get Ringo back on?
The real Ringo, though.
I know he's not saying much. He's got shades on, so I'm kind of worried. I'm going, is that the imposter?
He's always got shades on. He's a shady guy.
Yeah.
You want to know what a really good bass line is? Corey Hart, the shades, sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
Really?
That's actually got a really good bass line in it.
Yeah. Ringo.
Okay.
It was about Motley Crue in Buffalo. It was New York you went, right?
Yeah, did you see that already?
That was last week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you did that, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
That's not the real Ringo.
That's not Ringo.
No,
he's not talking. He doesn't know what's going. It's not Ringo. Something's wrong here.
It's
Ringo would have been all over that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
No, actually, you broke up, so I couldn't make out what you're saying.
Oh, there's the deflection now.
It's reality.
Well, the real Ringo.
Okay, so what did I do last week? What?
You see
concert?
You went to see Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Joan Jett,
No,
Poison.
it didn't happen.
Why? What happened?
No, ended up going up Clifton Hill, and there was outdoor karaoke at some kind of a brewery.
Oh, did you see Christy Hale?
Where?
At outside karaoke. A little shorter lady.
Okay.
Dark hair, shoulder length.
There were a
Joan
lot of
Jett?
people there. So, yeah. No, I maybe.
She's big. She does a lot of the karaoke out there.
Oh no, this was some guy named Jeff hosting it.
Okay.
But it was a lot of fun, and the weather was really awesome. So I did some Motley Crue, but like it was good. It was a lot of fun, and then there weren't a lot of singers at first, and then the place packed up pretty good. But obviously, when the voice of an angel gets on stage, it's like it called in the sheep, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
right on.
Probably sang about I don't know, maybe like 7 to 10 songs.
Wow.
So
Yeah?
it's a good time.
Wow.
It was a great time.
That's pretty amazing.
Hey, I just sent the I just sent this out. I have a friend who wants to be a mayor.
Oh yeah?
So yeah.
Like
I just,
a horse?
Yeah.
He wants to be a horse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no, here we go. You're not going to start talking about furries, are you?
Oh God.
A horse is just a horse, of course.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Horse the Horse.
So, like, I'm definitely all about respect.
Do you know how they used to make him move his lips, by the way?
Who?
Mr. Ed.
How they made him go blah 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 talk?
Yeah.
It would probably be like sugar or give him something, a carrot or something to eat.
Peanut butter. They used to
Peanut
put
butter?
Yeah.
I know they did that with dogs too. And to make dogs look tough, they put suction cups to hold their lips up.
All right. Okay.
Oh, you just gave your secret away, Derek.
Hey, do you know why pirates are called pirates?
Why?
Because they are.
Oh my God.
Sandra, the backside has been done. It was this.
Yeah, Sandra.
We did it really early today.
Yeah. Where were you? Holy crap,
Anyway,
Sandra.
Radio 1 is the first thing that it says on it.
Yeah, and there's Radio 2 on side 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's why I screwed up when I was like, oh man, I looked at the wrong word to type in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just where's deceitful Derek?
Yeah. Hey,
it was funny.
I have the same ability as anybody else. Anybody else could do that too.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm just
there's
quick.
ethics involved in looking at my back.
That's it, Richard. That's it, Richard. You brag because you got it. You guessed
Richard,
it.
Yeah.
He goes, you snooze, you lose. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard's been like watching the show for 12 years now, and this is the first time he won, Sandra. Okay?
And he got it. So
I don't have it.
That's right. Yeah.
Love it.
Yes. He was watching it before we were on it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe Richard wants to come on and tell some of his stories if our guest doesn't show up.
Yeah.
So let's get into the conspiracy thing. So,
so we're all here.
We've been tracking a couple of dates, one being August 14th, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
And correct. That was supposed to be, some kind of an uprising of aliens.
The big reveal is what it was supposed to be. The big reveal.
Well, yeah. Yep. The second was supposed to be the Badoom, and then the 14th was supposed to be the coup de grace.
Sure.
Yeah, there was the second.
Aliens.
Yeah, the second, the 11th, and the 14th. And the 14th was the big one.
We were being introduced to aliens on the second.
Yes.
And then we were also supposed to experience a meteor shower, but a long one, right? Like days.
Yeah.
Days.
I think this one, it's starting now, I believe. It's like a whole week or something like that.
It happened. Yeah. The main part of it happened at the same time as the full moon, so you didn't get full effect.
Right.
On the 12th, I saw some meteors. Yeah. I have friends out in BC who were out. They took pictures. They saw wicked meteors.
Yeah. That was late last week. Yeah.
After the show tonight, I'm going to smash back a couple of shooters, and I'm sure I'm going to go out and see something.
Yeah.
Okay, so if by chance a guy pops in, his name's Ryan, might be Ryan for mayor. You never know what he's going to put. But just so you know, that was a guy I did invite.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
So my fingers hurt putting in the text in the tickler for tonight. So anyway, so to continue on, nothing happened.
Right.
So one of the big predictions came from a TikTok account, I guess, from some kind of a future time traveler or whatever.
Self-predicted time traveler or some shit like that, right?
So I'm a little deflated though on these conspiracy theories now.
Yes.
I was hoping to get our guest in tonight to just talk me off the ledge because I'm very very deflated. Nothing happened at all. And what's even worse is that all of the hype online, there's no follow-up, right? Nothing. It's dead, right? So, it doesn't make any sense. So now, where does that put us? Well, I think our quest for who are they, and this is my opinion, maybe not everyone's opinion, but who are they? We are they, right? Meaning that
I don't believe that.
See, I still think that right now in society there is still a shadow government, or I want to say a corporate government, not a political government, right? People who have stupid amounts of money, people who will do stupid things for stupid amounts of money.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's everything from secret societies to not so secret, right in your face, we'll say gangs. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
It's everything. It's fucked. We live
it's about control. It doesn't, mean those don't exist. But if we're looking at like one central point of control, I'm not sure that exists. And a lot of the, like, let's call it like it is, complete bullshit about all of these things. Like I really was latching on to the alien story, and then the confusion about some reptilian civilization being underground and all of that, and some of the control, and maybe them being one and the same, right?
Well, it's come up so many times too, right? It keeps coming up. So you kind of go, holy shit, is there something to this or what?
All of these feeds.
Thanks for the message here, Eric. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so
I know that, homework.
Good stuff, Eric. So I know that, like, some of the conspiracy theorists, and I mentioned this to George earlier, all they do is take all of this information, or really bullshit in a lot of cases, and try and, pass it on, make some sense of it, maybe try and defend it. But I think every guest that we have come in now that have talked to conspiracy theories, unless it's something like a covert kind of CIA, CSIS kind of thing. All right, I get that. That's kind of the day-to-day shit that happens out there. But so we're not. I'm more inclined to believe that we are they, and
see,
and they are we.
It's funny you say that, right? But we've had these conversations over and over and over, and we've had these conspiracy people come on the show. We've told everyone what we think ourselves, and there has been this has been going on for decades, that people predict things are going to happen on certain days because of whatever. But again, it's disappointing because nothing ever happens. Nothing ever comes true on the day it's supposed to.
Then there's going to be that one time that we all say fuck it, and it's going to fucking happen.
Well, I'm hoping it does.
Right?
I really hope it does, because then we go, holy shit, really?
The moon is really going to hit the Earth.
Yeah,
and that's why when we had the night, the day we had the flat Earth guy on, that guy, he had so many things to say about how the Earth is flat and to prove it, and people are going, "Oh my God, that guy's freaking warped!" But he had something to back up everything anybody asked and what was said, and I like that. I really like that. All this other conspiracy stuff just kind of goes whoop, right?
I heard that same guy, David Weiss, right, who was on our show. I heard him on Coast to Coast, right?
Yes, yes.
And I actually think he did a better job on our show than he did on Coast to Coast.
That's awesome.
Just he just was I don't know. He was different. He didn't jump around as much. He was a little more focused. But he did the same thing.
On our show too. It's not like a big a big television network and you get nervous or whatever. He's talked to the boys in the garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had his shit together. He had it figured out, and it was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw him with, I think it was a professor who was on his show, and they just picked holes, even in his scientific arguments and his mathematical arguments. They just pulled him apart.
Right.
He didn't even actually, they said, well, what do you think this means? And he said something. He goes, well, check it. It doesn't mean that at all. It means this. And it just completely blew him for me. That.
Well, yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, the guy's got 44,000 subscribers. So
yeah.
Shit, right?
I'm not selling you anything, but here's my subscription charge, $14.95. Yeah,
exactly. My subscription. So if you can entice
people
to
how many of those subscribers do you think are fake? I didn't check out the names. Right?
I don't know.
But maybe he does have 44,000.
Hey, look at we had when he was on the show. All right, we had over.
I know the numbers, but if he's got bots, right? And that's really him.
Our YouTube channel had 3,000 viewers.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Are they bots that follow him around? I mean,
you know what?
He could run bots off of anything he does, right?
I think the point though is that, like,
what advantage does that have?
It makes you look more than you are. No,
but it's
a lot of people actually they look at that. They're like, oh my god, look at this guy. He's got 50,000 follows on YouTube and 100,000 likes on a picture of his face. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but so does the Heikadelic show, right?
Yeah. So those church organizations knock on your door and they hit
in
you
different
at the right
languages,
time and you decide you want to all of a sudden change your religious faith because somebody's sold you a bill of goods, right? I mean, it's just honestly, who knows? At least got to give them credit for putting some kind of, background kind of examples up and all of that.
And I threw a lot of, I thought really good questions at him because I'm scientific, my mind, right? I gotta see things, prove things. I go by facts, right? I'm not too much of that faith guy. I got to see shit with my own eyes, right?
Yep.
And there was a lot of stuff that didn't make sense about how the earth is flat. And I threw it at him, and it was really cool because every single thing I threw at him, he had an answer. And sometimes he even had a little video to put up or some picture to put up. And he explained why it was happening, and I thought, good for you, bud. I still don't believe it, but I thought there's a lot of people could have watched that show and gone, oh my god, the earth is flat, right?
So a lot of natives believe that the earth is flat too, right?
Yes, they do. Yes,
right.
Yes, they do.
So I wonder if maybe there is something to it.
There could be. My big thing was the way airplanes fly from North America to Europe and all that stuff, and I threw that in his face and I said, I'm going to Germany, blah, 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 whatever. The plane goes like this.
And then you divert that by saying you can't fly over the Antarctic.
His concept on the way planes fly was totally different than what my brain thinks is the right way.
But
it made sense.
The true north, right? Because if you're following north and it's in the center, how can you really go north? Because you're going to reach a point, you're going to be not going north.
Right. No, it was well done. It was very good. I liked it.
It's actually not a bad explanation, but yeah.
If north is here and you're going this way or you're going this way, you're eventually going to stop going north.
So
look at what Eric just said. If the earth was flat, rainbows would be a horizontal line.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I saw some ones.
But we have
holy shit, Eric.
Or whatever.
Eric, what are you drinking right now? I want some.
If the earth was round, the water would fall off. Sheesh.
That's right. It would just spin off.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it would. Yeah.
So it's a basin.
We'd all fly off.
piece of
All I know is that when I went to Drumheller, have you guys ever been there to Drumheller?
Yeah.
What's Drumheller?
Drumheller is in Calgary.
Okay. No, I haven't been.
It's when you go there, you believe when you see that area, you believe that this was a lake. This was a body of water.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that all that water is now like in Toronto. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
So something obviously has moved the earth. Or the earth has rotated that much over years, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happened years ago, Drumheller, when I saw that, there's nothing. And there's spots in Drumheller that the mud is just a different type of mud you've had anywhere in the world.
It's different.
Right. So
Eric, you gotta put this shit in your iced tea, Eric. Okay? Just saying.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. Start your day off right. Breakfast of champions. But so when do you think this illusion that the Earth is actually round and not flat started?
When do you think that the Earth is being round?
They used to believe the Earth was flat.
I know. Way back.
It's history. It's history,
because you would
right?
sail the old shipping and I don't know, whatever.
It's gonna be like the 1800s or something, right?
So that's when they started
it's way before that.
So that's when they started.
I don't think it was way before they thought it was round before. I'm still thinking the 1700s.
No, they used to think it was flat.
Yeah.
We could be persecuted, not whatever.
Well,
here, heretic.
Why don't I see
the Earth was round, right?
Here we go. He's going to ask Siri again, the crazy bitch.
Hey Siri, when did the Earth? Shit, how do you say that?
Try again. Start over. Siri's all fucking listen to what you're saying.
We'll let it out when it goes out.
When did we start believing the Earth was round? Hey Siri,
there you go.
The illusion.
When did we start believing the Earth was round?
Okay, I found this on the web for when do we start believing the Earth was round. Check it out.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Humans, Earth. There we go. January 16th, 2020.
There you go.
Okay, the earliest documented mention of the concept dates to the earliest 5th century BC. When it appears the writing, or the Greek philosopher said it.
There you go. It was a long time ago.
It's a fucking Greek philosopher, man. They believed ladies who were fucking sitting on a mountain called oracles who were getting high off mountain gas, and they're like, yeah, you gotta go like make a bull and fucking I don't know, man.
Greek.
What did they do in Greek? I don't know. Fucking go make some statues and cover penises with leaves.
All Greek to me. But yeah, so I remember the start of like satellites, Sputniks, when it was Russia, and I mean you didn't hear about the Chinese stuff then, so it was always Russia and the US. So they started taking photographs from these satellites in, I don't know, it must have been like the late 50s, and there's pictures of a circular Earth.
Oh, hey, wait a second.
So, was that a hoax? Is that a hoax then that started in the 50s?
Well, see, it's round, but you can't tell if it's a sphere or if it's flat. It's round.
It's definitely got a curvature, right?
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But just like a teardrop, maybe that's kind of how it is, right? That was part of what he was saying, and what is above us, like the dome, whatever it is.
So well, it also really depends on your viewpoint, because if you take a plate, a frisbee, a saucer, flat, right?
Yep.
It's flat. You look at it like this, it's round. But now, if you look at it on an angle, right? Now it kind of looks like an oval or a sphere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got.
Yeah.
And when you see these stars or planets from, oh look, we just found this one 10 billion days past Jupiter. They do look like more like electricity than anything, right? Little like ions more than it does a spinning rock.
Right. So I mean, like, so let's say the US and the USSR as it was then are setting up these things and they're racing for this, that, and the other. Surely they couldn't be in because they were so at each other's throats back then.
Yep.
They couldn't have been agreeing on the same conspiracy that the Earth was actually flat and hoaxing, could they? One of them will go, no, here's to outdo the other.
No, you're right.
Right?
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
You're right with like the SR 71 and stuff like that going way up into the atmosphere. You're right, but that again is also part of NASA, right?
That is, but we don't know what the Russians were doing. I mean, we've got a good idea. Well, we don't, but whoever. And then what were the Chinese doing? And then you get the European space agencies. Are they all in cahoots that we're going to keep telling people the word?
Well, if everything is owned by the same people, yeah.
But they're not, though, are they?
But
no,
that's
and
like
and
saying,
you know what?
Pepsi and Coke aren't owned by the same people. Who really? That's when we go back to the day again.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Russia and the US do not have common interests. Other than to hoaxes.
Do they not? Do they or do they not?
I don't know.
They probably do.
They do, but they were highly competitive and against each other. They weren't buddies. They had the same interests, but each of them wanted to be first.
Exactly.
And now there's all these other countries like China, India, all these other countries that have technology too. They were never talked about. It was always Russia.
Well, I remember at the time when Neil Armstrong walked on the moon because I saw all that happening live on television. But I remember hearing at that time that the Russians had actually reached the moon prior to that, and they had actually crash landed, and the cosmonauts, as they called them, didn't survive. Yes. I remember that being circulated back in like '69. Yeah.
So we got old man here. He wants to know why has nobody ever circumvented the South Pole?
Huh? Where's that? I don't see that message. Who? Old man.
Circumnavigated. Yeah.
Circumnavigated.
Yeah, I was going to say circumcised them, but
I'd say circumcised. Probably. No, but that's true because you can't. What? Oh.
We've got to get. Sorry, we got to guess then.
Oh, I'm in the show. Wow.
There you are. Hey.
I didn't ever really think this was going to happen. I mean, not that I really campaigned hard to get on the show, but I've thought about being on the show before, and I guess my moment has finally come.
Holy shit! Who's that?
Okay, well,
my name's Ryan Williams. I used to play in a band with Derek, but I'm also happen to be running for mayor of Brock Township. I'm not sure if that's why I'm here, though. I'm not.
You're the guy that wants to be a mayor?
Yes. I know. It was a great intro, really, for my political campaign.
Contrast.
You know what? Compare and contrast. Honestly.
So your name's Brian?
The different viewpoints out there.
Ryan. R.
Ryan.
With an R. You know what? I used to have a boss named
Holy
Brian.
shit.
Believe me. It was
Look at this.
Problem.
We have a guest on our show, and no one even knows who the fuck he is. Come on. He needs a proper introduction.
I'll go do. No,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there we go.
That's at Earl and Stouffville with my friend Jeremy Yaxich, and then I'll come back. You know what I mean? Build a little bit of a following, and then come on. I agree. Maybe that's a better approach. I need a following. If you want to be on the show, you need to have a following. Derek didn't mention that in the green room. You know what?
That's okay.
What, you didn't bring 49,000 fans with you?
I'm trying. I'm recruiting right now.
Oh,
I'm telling people I'm on this podcast. My mom, actually. That's who I'm recruiting.
Look
at my mother.
Eric just said, holy fuck, it's Seth Rogen.
Is that enough to get me on the show?
Yeah. Well, I'm only here because of Ringo's mum, because she watches every week, so I understand that.
Yeah.
You got to have fans, right? If you don't have followers, if you're not adding anything to the broadcast, then I'm sorry. There's the door. Back to
That's
school.
it. Well, speaking of that, not adding. So everywhere I go, and this from somebody who wants to run like a mayor, like when you walk into a room, do you always feel like you have to add something? I know I like to, because I don't want to walk into when I leave that room, I want people to go, hey, I want that guy to come back. I don't want them to go, hey, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Even on stage with the band, like I had somebody come back to one of our gigs a couple of weeks ago. It was actually Billy.
Was that a groupie in the back room?
Not really. It was a resident of Brock Township. There's a little bit of a birthday party show we played the last 4 years. So he was there last year, and he came back this year. And at the end of the show, he said there was a really good show. And he goes, "You're almost like a comedian on stage." And I mean, it's not like I'm really trying overly hard, but I guess sometimes the banter is good enough that he gets that appreciation, which is a nice compliment, because I'm saying lots of people compliment the music. I don't get typically that many compliments about the banter, so it was kind of nice.
So
there you go.
Are they saying like you're a comedian?
Well, just some funny jokes. You know, I was making a joke at the start of the thing, and then Billy's buddy, he was trying to kick him out of the party. So I'm on the mic going, okay, that guy's out of here. And, you know, a little bit of that. And then at another point, he had this buddy that I guess he nicknamed Gilligan. And apparently, like, I can't confirm this because I was not there, but he had passed out in the back of his Audi. And he wanted me to say on the mic, and I did this, and I go, Gilligan, it's the skipper. The SS Minnow has been out for 6 hours on a 3-hour tour. It's time to go.
Right on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ryan, you should come out to the open mic at the Sunflower Farm on Wednesday.
Yeah,
it would be fun.
That?
In Beaverton.
Beaverton. That's you know what?
48-17.
Votes. Anywhere there's votes, I will go. Beaverton.
Yeah. Okay. You know what?
Please have me.
Yeah. You have to. Everything.
We said this earlier.
Is Derek going to come? Is Derek going to come play drums, or is that?
I'm going to be there. Hopefully, Derek will come. Maybe Ringo will come. I don't know, but it's in Beaverton. Just go to thesunflowerfarm.ca.
Oh, okay. The Sunflower Farm. Now I know it. You know what?
Yeah. They have an event
once, but unfortunately, that relationship ended for me. So anyway, moving on.
So moving on. Speaking of moving on.
But I know where it is. See, I know where it is now. The Sunflower Farm.
Yeah.
You should come Wednesday.
That's the one we grew up on. You know, lots of fun memories.
It's open mic Wednesday night.
Okay.
17 in Beaverton. Yeah. Remember that?
You know what? I know north, south, but there's a whole township.
That's still 17. It's a whole
once
road.
Once it's jogged 5 or 6 times, and connects up with
left, right. Yeah.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So what kind of music? What in your band? You mentioned you're in the band.
I mean, it's mostly kind of 90s covers, but we do a lot of different stuff. We do some Bare Naked Ladies. We do some Neil Young. What else do we do? A little bit of The Doors. A lot of White Stripes. We do some originals as well. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture. It's not necessarily one specific genre, I guess. It's kind of a mix of everything.
And I always like to ask, what was the first album CD that you ever bought with your own money? It wasn't a present from your parents or an auntie or uncle.
Maybe Radiohead OK Computer. I'm not sure if that's right. Actually, you know what? That's wrong. It's probably Columbia House. As I think Derek and I have had this conversation maybe, and I got the 7 albums or the 10 albums for 10 cents or whatever it was. And I think the first one I picked was probably Green Day Dookie. So we'll go with that.
Oh, right. Okay. Was that on cassette or was that a CD?
No, it was on CD. It was Columbia House CD. I was too young for the cassette Columbia House. This was when the CD Columbia House was brand new. When it was
wow.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I know. The glory days of CDs.
You being so young, Ryan, is this gonna help with being mayor?
Maybe not. There's a lot of people on the voters list that aren't on the voters list that would kind of be more in our demographic. I think they pull the list primarily from property records. So obviously, given the price of housing, I think there's a fair inference that there's probably a lot of voters in the 40 to 19 range that aren't on that list because they either haven't voted in the past or they just don't own property in the township, so they're not automatically placed on the list. And obviously, in terms of my appeal, being a younger person running for mayor. That is part of it, I would say, in that if people aren't on the list, it's all mail-in ballot, and those are factually counted by Dominion, which I'm sure you guys will love. And then, obviously, that's how it works.
Well, you are
So
Ryan,
hang on,
right?
Ryan.
Okay.
I want to know mayor of where?
Brock Township. So that would be Sunderland,
Brock.
Kennington,
Holy
and
shit! You would be my mayor.
The Sunflower Farm in Beaverton as well.
You would be my mayor. Holy crap!
I guess that's a discovery. Heikadelic show surprise. Derek, the surprise mayoral candidate on. See how he's programming, but he's surprising the host as he programs the show. That's always a plus, right?
That's awesome. Hey. That's so awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta come to the Sunflower Farm on stage, and I'm gonna promote you as the former as the coming up mayor. How do you think of that?
I love it.
I'll be there.
Promote me as Derek's former singer. Either way, I'm cool.
No. The future mayor of Brock is here right now at the Sunflower Farm.
Hey, wait a second. What is
Derek Cochran-Beggs?
What is more self-gratifying, being the mayor or singing with me?
It's a toss-up. It really is.
Oh my God!
When I've had issues with Derek, we haven't had to have a 2.5-hour council meeting, so that's kind of when I like doing it.
Yeah. Go smoke a joint and tell you to fuck off.
Do you and Derek want to go in the green room for a few minutes by yourselves?
Do we? Okay.
No.
Oh,
you trying to get rid of me here?
Rich has got a question there for you, Ryan.
I thought that was a we have something else to talk about. I thought that was like a little small.
How do you feel about flat Earth, Ryan?
Okay.
Bit deflated.
I know that Kyrie Irving of the New Jersey Nets is a proponent of the theory. Personally, it's not something I guess I would say I necessarily believe in or identify, but at the same time, I don't feel like, I should necessarily just be dismissive. Like there's lots of things in my life where maybe at one point in time I was ignorant to something or I didn't really understand it or, I had a different viewpoint. And then later on, you realize that maybe you're not as confident in your viewpoint or you change. So at the same time, even though maybe personally it's not something I guess I would necessarily agree with, I don't want to just be completely dismissive of it because I know there are obviously other people out there that feel quite strongly about it.
Okay.
Spoken like a true politician there, Ryan. I like that.
Wow.
It kind of sounded like he started at this end, went around here.
I used to be a hockey referee.
Are you a salesman or
no? What I find I'm not really into politics per se, but I find it very frustrating. So, and I'm not running for anything, but I mean, like when you look at the actual percentage of voter turnout and people that just don't even bother showing up and voting in an election, like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think there's a lot of apathy. At the same time, if you don't really have a lot of options or you feel like your voice isn't really going to be heard. For example, if you live in a riding where one party tends to dominate every election and you have an opposing viewpoint or you support a different party, it can sometimes feel like your vote doesn't really matter because of the way the boundaries are drawn up. Like your riding essentially is predominantly going to go one way, and that's pretty much almost a guarantee, right? So I get it how in certain senses it's like if you do vote and you feel that, over a period of time, you're not really getting the results you want out of it, how eventually you could say like, you know what, I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm not saying that's something I agree with, but I can understand how people get to that point where they're just so disinterested in the system and the results they've gotten out of it. And maybe, the past 10, 15, 20 years, whatever you want to say, that they're just at the point where, you know what, I don't even care anymore. Like I'm not even going to participate because I just don't really agree with what's going on. And I don't feel I'm represented in terms of the options.
And what would you say to those people if,
Well, I mean, honestly, I feel the same way in some instance of, wanting to change things. But then at the same time, I also feel like, the system is kind of ingrained in our society. And really the only way to affect change is from inside. Like, honestly, even if you, had the viewpoint that you don't really like, certain aspects of our economy and government and all these things, it's like really, in order to change that, in my opinion, the only way to really make an impact on it would be to, in essence, get involved and try and make a difference and present an alternative, a different way of looking at it, as opposed to, kind of the cookie cutter standard viewpoint that kind of gets, rolled out every 4 years, and then people decide between two options that are kind of
hang on,
ways,
Ryan.
The same thing.
So I live in Beaverton. You will affect me. What is the thing that you would say to me that would get me to vote for you? What are you going to do here?
I mean, without getting into a whole lot of specifics,
what's your platform?
I would say that, in my opinion, the current council and a lot of people on it kind of have some ingrained, I would call them maybe biases against each other, or that, you know what I mean? Like, they've been on there so long that they've kind of all got their personal opinions of each other. And in certain cases,
you tripped me in kindergarten.
If it's a negative relationship, then obviously that's going to make it difficult to move forward on projects, right? So I think really, having a new voice in there that's not, necessarily, had past history of negative nature with some of the other members of council, it'll make it easier, in my opinion, to get like a fresh start and maybe get some new ideas and hopefully work together to do things done and collaborate and listen. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm all for that.
Bring me their ideas and we can work together to figure out what the solutions are.
Do you think that some politicians would make decisions more out of spite than they would out of to be beneficial to the riding? Like, hey, I know you wanted, I'm just going to say, and this is totally hypothetical.
Sure.
You want a playground for Bob's Park, right?
Okay.
Right. So we got a playground for Bob's Park. We have this money, but I don't like, we'll say Betty, because Betty did something to me. So I'm going to vote against get that park. Do you think that kind of stuff happens in small town politics?
I mean, maybe occasionally. Like, I'd love to hope that it doesn't, but I'm sure on some level it probably does. Yeah, but at the same time, really, to me, that's not what the job's about. It's really about representing all the residents, like not just some residents that are your friends, and really everyone's paying taxes. It's not like you should really be picking and choosing, going, I like this person, so I'm going to listen to their opinion and ignore other people. Like, really, everyone's contributing. Everyone has a vote. They're all important. Everyone has issues. I'm planning to meet with a local resident tomorrow over on Concession 5. He's got some concerns about the road grading and the gravel pit, which I know is also an issue for other parts of the township, especially close to, I think, where Derek and my parents live. So, yeah, there's definitely lots of issues. And I mean, that's the thing. Some of them don't affect everybody, but at the same time, there can be different localized issues, such as, gravel pits, where fine, that gravel pit's not affecting everyone in the township, but if you've got multiple gravel pits, then there's other people in different parts of the township that might be dealing with similar situations, right?
Well, yeah, and there are some things that are very specific, and I'll throw one at you and see, just for fun, to see what you say.
No.
In Beaverton,
say the right thing.
There is a harbor, what they call it. It's a little tiny harbor. All right, and now there's an island. 3 kilometers off the mainland, Thora Island.
So I did write a letter for their meeting this year.
Yeah.
Just so but yeah,
okay. There's an island there, and a lot of people have cottages there. Myself being one of them. Now, in the pier, they have 6 docks, so 6 slips you can put boats in. So if you want to have your boat there, so you can go across to the island, right? Mm-hmm. The waiting list to get a slip, there's not even a year on it. It's just like you got to wait for people to die. All right.
Yeah.
It's this little tiny area where they got 6 docks. Now, the pier in Beaverton is like 350 feet long, and it's sheltered. It's barricaded. It's a big concrete pier. And I always said, why don't they fill the whole inside of that with docks? They would satisfy everybody's need to put their boat somewhere to get to the islands, and they would actually make revenue on something that there is none right now. Yeah. So what would you do with something like that?
I mean,
it's very specific.
I know. I have
Right?
kind of looked into this already a little bit.
Oh,
I
really?
guess the point I would need to clarify. Yeah, no, I have, just for my own interest. So the point I would really need to clarify is someone mentioned to me that part of it, I guess because of the way the harbor's kind of set up right now, is actually federally regulated, as in the federal government has jurisdiction over a portion of the harbor. So I guess part of the concern would be if we wanted to change that, we would need to get them, in essence, to hand over operation of the harbor from the federal government to the township, which I know, like, that wasn't something I was necessarily pushing for, but it was something that someone mentioned to me as a possibility. In essence, saying that if we want full control over the harbor, we would have to figure out some kind of arrangement to essentially negotiate that, right? In order to do things like, add more boat slips or potentially change certain other functionalities that might not technically be under the control of Brocktown.
You could use that for offloading, right?
We had a previous mayor who actually has a cottage on the island, and he had a slip, and he seemed to go like, I got my slip, I really don't care.
Is that Mr. Clayton?
Yeah. And it's like, really? You upset a lot of people.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of stuff that could be done, right?
If you have a cottage and there's only 6 slips, and I know obviously there's a lot of lots on that island, so 6 slips isn't really going to accommodate the cottaging population by any means.
No.
All
right. No big deal. I just want to throw it out there.
It's a great question. Actually, it was a perfect question. I really appreciate you asking it, actually. Seriously.
Well, hey, that's great.
If I get a slip for my boat anytime soon, you can come over and drink beer at my place for free.
Okay. I will acknowledge that.
When you're out campaigning, you'll drop into his house around supper time.
Yep, there we go.
Coral Island campaign trail.
All right.
Just got to watch out for the high seas, though.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be looking for your name, pal.
Thank you. Hike Master.
Hey.
Hike Master.
Hike Meister.
Meister.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you.
My relatives moved to Ireland and then they went to Sunderland. I got a little confused.
Yeah. You should come out Wednesday night to the open mic at the Sunflower Farm and put your name out there.
I'm going to come. I'm seriously.
It's going to be lots of local people there.
Okay.
All right.
That is awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
All right.
Yeah.
What actually made you? What attracted you to run for mayor?
There was a few local issues that I felt I was really passionate about. Stuff relating to the arena, stuff relating to roads, stuff relating to lack of internet. Like for the last 10 years, I've worked for a local internet company, and we've kind of gradually been expanding fiber internet. But obviously, there are patches of it in Brock Township, but I would say the vast majority of the township probably doesn't really have that coverage. And I know, some people would say, well, it's not really essential, but I would just say going forward, if we want to attract more businesses and to make it easier for kids to do online school and people to work from home if they want, it's something I'm pretty passionate about, trying to get, expansion of that coverage so that we've got better connectivity in the township.
Nice.
Well, now the thing there, how do you? Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but I used to install fiber optic cable.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you did tell me once, but I'd probably forgotten, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. So just the cost to do that, right? I
mean, there'd definitely be government funding.
When you go down a concession road that has
I know exactly what you're saying. And I mean, if it was a straight up business play where you said you've got to build this and turn a profit on it and there's no government money involved, I would agree with you and say it's pretty hard on some of these concession roads, like your road and my parents' road. Like the driveways are so long, you're running in sometimes like a kilometer from the road through swamp. Like it gets, pretty intricate. But at the same time, I'm just saying, obviously, people live there, and I grew up in those areas, and I always feel like there's kind of been this disparity between, the services we provide for rural residents and the services we provide for residents that live in town. And I just feel that, obviously, in some cases it's really hard to make it kind of more even, but I'm just saying because internet's so important nowadays, I just don't feel like it's right to kind of just dismiss it and say, it costs too much, we can't afford to do it. And I mean, I know personally from my previous job that there is government funding available to help facilitate that kind of expansion. I've talked to other townships where, they're very adamant about trying to do that. And I just feel like currently it doesn't seem to be a big issue for a lot of the other candidates. And to me, it is. And I think in order to make it, a better, more attractive place to live for younger families and business, it's important to me that we do it. And for the people that live here that have to, use the internet every day to work and everything else that goes on.
Well, okay.
So do you live locally here somewhere too?
I do. I live in Sunderland behind the school in a townhouse that I saw built when I was 11 years old in the schoolyard. So really, we should have run over to the guys that were pouring the foundation and said, "You better pour this one straight, boys. One day I'm going to own this house." And they would have been like, "Sure, kid, whatever you want."
So speaking of Sunderland, it is starting to grow in population.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Yep.
We hear that there is water issues.
That is a concern. I don't have all the details, but I have been looking into that as well. And I'm not 100% sure how to resolve that. But in my estimation, from what I've heard, there is water issues in terms of future expansion. Yes, currently. Now, does that mean that? Well, it's not going to happen. They're never going to halt expanding, right? It would just be a question of time and how you want to, I guess, address it. I mean, I have some ideas about maybe some things that would be non-standard in terms of things you could do to try and increase that capacity. At the same time, I'm not an expert, and I don't want to, come out with stuff that may not be viable. But I know there are even some local companies that do water
there's
filtration.
a giant swamp right on the east end of Sunderland. Just pump the water up. There's tons of water down there.
That's all protected. That's all protected. All the swamp water is all protected.
By who?
Niagara.
I think it'd be that conservation authority, probably, right? Lake on. I think it's Lake Ontario.
The back of my property has 4 different conservation. Well, different things. It's Niagara. It's the Moraine.
Wow.
It's because of. Got 2 creeks and running water. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, the water is traditionally a regional issue, but obviously, if it is impacting things like expansion and growth and housing, then as the mayor, even if it's not technically my jurisdiction, it's still going to affect other issues that people obviously are going to be concerned about and wanting to see program.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, what do you think a town like Sunderland? What would be the first thing you think that it would need next for proper growth? Myself, I think it would need like a supermarket.
I've seen that. I've heard people talking about that. I mean, I guess it would be a zoning issue having a company that's willing to put it in. I mean, if the town continues to grow further, I could see it being maybe easier to do something like that in terms of if there were slightly more houses, they might be more interested in something like that. But yeah, I would say at some point, if the town continues to grow, they would need another supermarket.
Mm.
And how would you get the 3 towns to, how do I say it? Like Cannington is really known as a party town, right? They have all big festivals and stuff. Sunderland has a couple, right? It's got the maple syrup. Is there anything you would do to try and make everything connect, like a big 3-town party type thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in exploring something like that. I mean, I've definitely talked to a lot of the different local councillors from all of the 3 towns. And I mean, I guess that's the thing I've realized is obviously I have ideas, but at the same time, I don't live in Beaverton. I don't live in Cannington. So a lot of what I've been trying to do is talk to the residents and see what issues are pressing for them, just because I don't want to, make assumptions about what people might want or what they like to see if I haven't really discussed it with the people that actually live there, right? Like, obviously, I have some ideas, but I'm just saying at the same time, you know, a lot of the times the local councilors will bring up concerns that they have or that they've heard from residents. And then, you know, in some cases, there's what I would call relatively quick solutions. And then in other cases, you know, it's a bigger, more complex issue with multiple levels of government. And, you know, sometimes it can go on forever, which I know is frustrating. But yeah, I just feel like if everyone's kind of working towards common goals and not necessarily working against each other, like, you know, my town over your town, then it's kind of more effective in general, right? As opposed to going, well, you know, you didn't vote for the park that I wanted in my town, so I'm not going to vote for the park in your town.
And you see, you know what? I think that if that happens, that comes up, that's total bullshit because the towns are like 10 minutes apart from each other.
I know.
Right? And
it's like we all need stuff. You can't put everything
what
in
one town has, you know, like Beaverton has a harbor. Kennington can't have one. Sunderland can't have one. Right. So now put other things in the other towns.
Harbor Day.
And those three towns together could make a nice little area for people to go and do shit, right?
I have heard
the North Durham Triangle.
The harbor. Like, it's not the first
time
someone's brought it up to me. Like, other people have brought up trying to improve the harbor. Oh, somebody's laughing at you bribing me with beer. Now I get it. now I get to read the comment. Todd Phillips here, my friend Todd Phillips. Let's have a sustainable development mayor who is pro-growth in business. Time for new ideas and new blood. Thanks for tuning in, Todd. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
See, there's a fan. There's a fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
So as the mayor, what are you going to do about all the aliens, all the farmland and growing those? I'll skip that pods that clone our DNA and take over the world.
Oh.
Yes. What do you plan on doing about that?
Because it's happening.
How do I answer this one?
I don't know. Truthfully,
this is like, you don't even know. This is a real tough one.
You're in the hot seat now.
You know what? Can we table that and maybe
remember,
after
October
24th we could do like a big build up, and instead of the Ryan Williams political episode, after October 24th, I will come back and I will answer the alien questions. How does that sound? Is that a possibility?
You know what? Because I'll tell you right now, Eric is serious. He needs an answer, and he will hunt you down to get this answer.
May or may not be the man to give it to him, but after October 24th, you will find out on a future episode of the Heikadelic.
Okay, and what happens on that day? Why is that day so important to you?
That's election day.
Yeah,
it is.
All right.
But all the mail-in ballots are due, so you got to mail your ballot before the 24th, because if not, it's definitely not going to work by Dominion. Just so you know.
That's a Monday.
Oh my God.
Monday the 24th.
Yes, but that's when they count them. So honestly, to be safe with our postal system, the earlier the better. But the ballot should be out, I think, early September.
So when can we expect to have you back on? The following week, or is that's Halloween then, right?
23rd. Well, so Derek will be, you know what, can we live stream Heikadelic show from, it's a Monday night, so that won't be the Halloween show. I will be available. I will make myself available.
Come on the Halloween.
All right.
Yeah. Halloween and aliens and the Heikadelic show. It sounds
great.
And you hear that, people? Doesn't matter if you're in Zimbabwe or wherever the hell you're from. It's Ryan Williams. You got to vote for him. Yeah. He's got to be the mayor of Brock.
Right. You know what? All those Zimbabwe votes, please reach out to me on Facebook. I really appreciate your support here.
Yeah.
In the
we have a lot of followers in Zimbabwe. Yeah.
I didn't know you guys were so popular. It's kind of like, what's that documentary? Have you guys seen it, Sugar Man? Where the guy's like huge in South Africa.
Yes, actually, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like the Heikadelic show. Like the Heikadelic show is huge in Zimbabwe, but we just don't acknowledge it enough. Like we don't acknowledge.
Yeah, we don't go to the award shows.
No, that's right.
Yeah, you guys are just downplaying the hype. You're downplaying the hype here.
No.
Like,
North
you
America.
just can't act like you're normal. Whereas like you guys go to Zimbabwe, they get you in the rurals and they're taking you to the stadiums, and like that's where the real Heikadelic.
You want a Ferrari? We get you a Ferrari.
I never understood like how the show worked, but now it all makes sense.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny every time I hear Sunderland, right? There we go.
I got a good one after this. You go
first. Well,
right. No, but we have one in England, right?
Yeah.
On the east coast of England, but I have 2 speeding tickets in all the time I've ever been in Canada.
And they're both from Sunderland?
The first one, I think that was the first one. I was because I used to work a lot in Toronto for years and years and years. Was coming off the Garden Expressway onto Lakeshore and the speed drop.
Yeah.
I got that one. I got dinged on that one, and I used to drive that all the time, so it's my own fault, and I accept that. But the other speeding ticket I got was coming back from Aurelia when I was on CFOR 1570, and it's like 1:15 in the morning because I used to finish at midnight. And I'm just going through Sunderland. Boom.
50 zone.
I got done. Right. I thought, there's no one else on the road. I'm like, I just want to get home. It's like 1:15.
Yep.
You know, and I don't know. Was it a slow month? Was it a quota? I don't know. So every time I hear Sunderland,
speed through Sunderland.
There's like a. I remember it was near a place where I think it was a John Deere place or there was tractors or something like that.
Yeah.
Just that little stretch. Yeah. And I thought, how on earth did I get a speeding ticket here at this time of day? Right. So every time I hear Sunderland, it's like, you know.
Growing up, that was the whole thing because right on the corner there of Albert Street, it used to be the cop shop.
Yep.
So it was no matter what you do not speed in Sunderland or Port Perry. You can speed in Oxbridge all you want. You'll never get caught. You'll never get pulled over for that. They'll pull you over for drinking, but they won't pull you over for speeding.
Wow.
You go into Sunderland, you do 5 over, they pull you over.
Yeah, exactly.
The cop shop building was right there on the corner of the highway.
On the corner,
Yeah.
And what I had back in the day, boys, is I had a switch under the dashboard that would shut all the lights off on the car. So when I pressed on the brake lights would not come on.
Yep.
So we went flying through Sunderland one night. The cops come after us. I smashed the Dodge right to the floorboards, screaming down the highway, hit the switch, shut the lights off, and we took off from the cops. Got away.
Yeah. I got a story about a cop, and I can't tell it because this is recorded. But
I know what the story is.
I'm telling you, this is the funniest.
You can tell the story, just don't tell the cop's name or anything.
No, I can't.
Oh, come on.
It can't be on. It's one of those things that, like, if he actually knew that it was me, which he might know it's me, but if I actually admitted to it, I could probably still get charged today.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm not going to admit it.
We had a little. I think we should add caption. It says downstairs Derek and then dash on the lamb.
Yeah, on the lamb. Hanging out the rafters.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, hey Ringo, I know you're listening to us. I think we're just about ready to pack it up.
Before we wind up,
I have one Sunderland England story, but you guys go first.
Oh yeah. No, you got to tell us.
No, let Ryan talk. Derek, you're always so like I gotta get out of here.
11 o'clock.
No. So anyway, my grandfather used to work for DeLorean. Actually, he designed the car plant in Ireland. Like he designed the whole layout for the facility there. But anyway, the ex-CEO of DeLorean after John DeLorean, Barry Wills, I reached out to him on Facebook, and
wow.
He'd written some things online about my grandfather that were positive. And anyway, he promised to send me his book that he wrote about working at DeLorean. So go by, and I swear that I told him I lived in Canada. But anyway, a few months go by. I follow up with him, and I go, Barry, I never got that book. And he goes, Ryan, I sent the book to Sunderland, England. And he sent it to 74 Lord Street, Sunderland, England, with the proper UK. And they delivered it to somebody's house on the 74 Lord Street in Sunderland, England, and they sent it back to him. And so I swear I told him I didn't live in Sunderland, England, but I think it's just the same thing where I keep sending Sunderland. And then in his mind, he's just like, I'm sending this book to Sunderland, England. And that's where it went. And I thought it was hilarious.
That is funny.
Crazy. That's crazy. And
then he got it back, and then I guess he felt obligated, and he did ship me the book to Canada afterwards, which I think wasn't his original intention, and then I did get the book. So there you go.
Nice.
Wow.
There's actually a Beaverton, California.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've done Beaverton stuff before, and I go, what the hell? Yep. So sometimes a name could be somewhere else on the planet, right?
Oh yeah.
All of our towns are named after small towns in England and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not Cobacunk, whatever that
I guess
is.
not.
Yeah.
But like Richard asked earlier,
actually, I heard Cobacunk was a town in Wales.
it could be. It could be.
Nice.
Richard was asking about the artwork behind you. Is it Haida or something?
Oh,
The
sorry.
artwork?
I do have a story about that. So
Okay.
it's this guy named Norval Morriso. He's a native artist, obviously. Oh, wait. How's this working? So
wow.
I saw this actually at the Beaverton Foodland. It was up for auction, and all the money went to support the Sutherland Food Bank. And the minimum bid, I think, on it was $219. So I bid $299 and I got it. But anyway, there's this really cool documentary. I think it's on Netflix now, but it was on Amazon Prime. It's actually by the keyboard player and the Bare Naked Ladies. And he had an exhibit at, I think, the Art Gallery of Ontario. And he had like a $30,000 Morriso that he bought up at the gallery. And they made him take it down because they said it was fake. And he paid $30,000 for it. So the whole documentary is about him delving into the whole thing about how these fake Morrisos are involved, and it actually gets into bikers, and like it's not your typical art documentary at all, really. So I don't know if you guys want to check it out. It's called There Are No Fakes. It's by the keyboard player from the Bare Naked Ladies, and that's kind of how I got into this artist. And then I just happened to see this auction piece one day at Beaverton Foodland, and it kind of all fit.
I like it because I see like a cartoon face in it too, right?
Beaverton Independent, by the way.
Sorry, okay. You know what? Thank you for correcting me. I got to get up to the.
So what's it called? The what?
Make my amends at the Beaverton Independent for the bad promo.
No, they a lot of times they have stuff up for auction there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So what was that called? The what?
There are no fakes. There Are No Fakes, and I think the guy's name is Kevin Hearn, like who's kind of the main subject, and he is the keyboard player for the Bare Naked Ladies.
Well, Ryan, right. I just got a private message here that we have to tell Mr. Heiko to start giving his hellos and goodbyes.
I went over time. I always do that. Sorry, Ringo. It's me. It's my fault.
It's okay.
No, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Normally we would, but like, really, I'm not. I'm tired tonight. I'm tired tonight, Ryan.
You got to save some material. You can't all do it in the one show and then not have any more.
Yeah.
I moved 2 trees yesterday, 2 maple trees. Like and all the trunks and it's pretty fucking heavy.
Oh my! Did you move all the leaves too?
Leaves? What leaves? That's why I cut them down. Is because they had no leaves.
I moved a subwoofer today. That's the only heavy thing I've really carried is a subwoofer, Derek. But it's not competing. I'm just saying, I'm trying to compete.
I had to use my tractor to move most of the stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Ryan? It was awesome having you on the show tonight.
Thanks, man. You know what? I've watched a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen my comments over the past couple of months, but it's always fun. And I thank you so much for having me. It was a blast. Seriously.
I do see Ryan. I have a list of all the people that joined the show. I just never had a face. So here we go.
There you go.
Now you know.
Name to face.
And I did not know you were that serious with politics, local politics.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm going to be at the Sunflower Farm on Wednesday, probably around 5:00 or something like that.
Okay.
I hope you show up.
Okay, just so I have Pefferlaw Lions Bingo I volunteer for, but it doesn't really start till 7. So you know what? I will come see you at 5, and we'll play a couple tunes for a bit, and then I'll probably go to Bingo. How's that sound?
Right.
That sounds freaking awesome.
All right, man. I will see you at the Sunflower Farm at 5.
All right. Awesome. And then we will tell everybody that's there that you're going to be the future mayor.
I hope so.
Right on, man. Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope the rest of you guys show up too. So anyways, I want to thank all our fans that were part of our show tonight. The one fan, Ryan, who actually was a guest on the show as well. Thanks, buddy. You're awesome.
You.
Melanie. Yes. Melanie again. Number one. Off the bat. Before the show even started, Melanie was there saying, "Hi, guys. I'm here. Cheers." And then we also have Joe, Richard, Kathy, Eric, Sandra, Deborah, Murph, Olaf, Ryan, Keisha, and Todd. Thanks all you guys for being a part of the Heikadelic show. And we're going to have you guys all back here, hopefully, next Monday night at 9:30 when we get dirty on the Heikadelic show. Take care, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you all then.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic show, fans.